You see these images here of this real world control panel. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the first steps to designing this control panel with the real designs here in the right way. Most people get this completely wrong. So I'm going to walk you through it step by step, the right way to design a panel like that. Let's get into it. Cool. So as you will see, if you've watched any of the previous videos in this series, what I did to start with, I got all the power and all the components drawn first. And as you saw up there, I've now removed all of those components and the power to those components out of the model and moved them up out of the way to now focus on the actual proper design, putting it all together. So this is the first thing that I'm doing, and you'll see in a second. So I'm just going to copy this down here, and you can see all we've got in the schematic, the electrical design, is the feed in. So you can see it's just single phase, live and neutral coming in through the main door isolator, which, let's see if we can find that. Yeah, so through the main door isolator, and then we're busing this neutral up here, and then distributed across the panel, and then we've got this live being distributed across these MCBs. And what we're doing here is we're now building or designing that first MCB, which you'll see in a second will be the main supply to, I think, the RCD socket, or the sorry, this is going to be for the main power supply, the 24 volt AC power supply, as we can see here. So transformer AC, that is the symbol for that. Bring up the images again. So yeah, what we're designing in now is, like, we got it going through the main isolator. Now what we're doing is we're designing in the first MCB, which is there, and then our AC transformer, which is here. And if anyone knows me and followed these videos in the past, you'll know how anal I am about the spacing of things and wanting it to be all aligned and spaced with the right spacings. It just looks so much nicer on the eye when people are reading these. It makes it just so much easier to follow. So what you can see is add that earth into the transformer, rotate it, because we can just copy it from what we've already designed and just rotate it in the right orientation. M for move. So what we've done is we've come off the main isolator. So we've come off the main isolator and we've designed in our first MCB, which is here. And then we've gone from the other side of that MCB out the other side into the primary side of this transformer. Okay, that's what we've done here. Off the main isolator, through the MCB into the primary side of the transformer. Now what we're doing is this line here, we'll see in a second what that is, but now we're focusing on the secondary side of the transformer. And I think that stuck out too far for my liking, so I found another one, another earth symbol. Cool, now I'm getting the spacings again correct, so you can see the spacings from here to here the same, and then I'm doing the same spacing from here to here for the, I'm guessing, for the other outbound cable from the secondary side of the transformer. Oh no, what I'm doing, you'll see in a second. So this is I'll show you in a sec. I think I redesigned this in a second, actually. This left side is the positive, is the 24 volt AC on this side. This side is like the negative, the zero side. And what we want to do on the 0 side is we want to earth it. We want to connect it to protective earth. So that's what I've done here. You can see that there's an earth connected to the transformer. So we want to connect that earth to the 0 volts as well. And what that does is it just removes any like potential differences, especially when we're dealing with controls, sensitive signals and stuff. If there's any potential difference, it can cause issues or for signals and whatnot. You can see. So I actually removed that 0 volt line later on. And if you're not familiar, guys, this dividing line here separates what's in the panel. So obviously what I'm drawing at the moment is north of that line, and then everything outside the panel, everything south of that line, below that line, is everything out in the field. Let's skip forward a bit, because I think I make some changes here. Yeah, so you can see that 0 volt line, I moved from the top. Let's go back. So it was along here, and then I decided, no, that's not going to be a good place. So I moved it down here, which we'll see in a second. There you go, yeah, down this way now. So let me show you what I'm doing here. So the 0 volt line is connected to earth. Let me show you what this looks like. Might be able to see it here. That's not the best image. Here we go. So yeah, you can see both the DC power supply, which we're not working on yet, but the AC transformer, both the 0 volts, or the negative, have an earth connection, as you can see here. And that's where we're earthing it. Let's have a look at the transformer. Actually, what's going on over here. Okay, so now what we've done is we've just, off the positive side, we're also running through another MCB. And you can see what I'm doing here is I'm not actually properly labeling and completing the labeling of the MCBs yet. You can see MCB number ? And I'm not sure whether they're going to be 10 amp power supplies, but I'm just putting question mark because I do all the labeling right at the end. So yeah, it's a question mark as to what number that MCB is at the moment and what rating it's going to be. I do that all at the end. Let's find that transformer. Yeah, you can kind of see it here, but that earth is just going up to this earth bar here. And yeah, these earths are obviously going up to that same earth bar as well. Because what that's doing, it's then earthing every 0 volt going out of here. So we got the 0 volt coming in here from the AC transformer, and then we got all of these then going out to where they need to be distributed in the panel and maybe out in the field. But that's also connected to earth, and you can see that they're buzzed together with this block here. And it's the same principles on the DC side. Go back a little bit. We'll jump back forward. So just moving it. Yeah, so this second MCB off the secondary side of the power supply or transformer, that's, you can see, so this is a secondary side. The 0 goes to that distribution block that we just looked at. And this here, 501, that goes to the top here, this MCB, and then off the secondary or the bottom side of the MCB, we got this cable here, which is this one here. And then that's being distributed again to that block that we just looked at, but on the positive side. So just getting the labeling correct now. Skip forward a little bit. And like once you've done this, so let me show you what I mean. Like once you've done this once, you shouldn't really have to do everything that I'm doing again. You know, you can just, once it's drawn in the model, you can just like take this template and just basically change things. Like you messed around with all the spacing, you've drawn all the blocks, you know, that's it, done. You shouldn't really need to redo everything from scratch every time that I'm doing at the moment. But I just kind of want to show you what it takes to do things the right way, you know, step by step from scratch ultimately. So now you can see this is the primary side. So we got a live and we got a neutral. And then you can see, yeah, we've got the 24 volts and the 0 volts on the secondary side. Now what we're doing is always good on a control panel to like know the state of, well, various things, but in this case, all of our controls circuit is powered from this transformer. So it's quite good just to visually see on the front of the panel, like, is this transformer working? Is this sending off 24 volts when we've got power in the panel? So what's a good way to do this is just to have a light. So this depicts a light on the front of the panel. So when that light is on, we know that there's 24 volts coming out of the transformer. So what that looks like is this here. You can see 24 volt AC healthy. A white light. So this is obviously a 24 volt AC light or lamp. So you obviously need to make sure that the voltage is correct for what you're doing. Obviously, if we were using a 24 volt DC power supply here rather than a transformer, then that lamp would have to be 24 volt DC. So it's just a little detail there to be aware of. So yeah, white, 24 volt AC, healthy. So that's done from what I can see. Now we're also going to add in an RCD socket. So you can see here, let's just pause for a sec. It's very simple. It's just in parallel, really. This light is in parallel with the 24 volts being distributed across the panel and 0 volts being distributed across the panel. So what we're basically saying is if there's a supply coming in, if the door isolator is closed, so there's power going to the panel, then this MCB feeding the primary side of the transformer is okay. And if this MCB on the secondary side for the 24 volt AC is okay, then we should have power here. So if we don't have power here, then it's like, right, how do we fault find this? And this is where you can think so much more logically when you understand the design process. So, well, first thing is like, let's go upstream of that. This MCB, has this MCB tripped? No. Okay. Is this transformer working? You know, have we got voltage on this side? Have we got voltage on this side? Oh, we've not got voltage on this side. Okay. Has this MCB tripped? No, that's okay. Okay, so we can go upstream from there. Oh, the main door isolator is off. There we go. That's why this light isn't on. You know, so that's kind of just a silly example of how you would think through fault finding, something like this, and why that's helpful, because we can just visually see, looking at the panel, you know, oh, there's something. No wonder things aren't working. We haven't got 24 volt AC for our control circuit. Okay, well, why haven't we? Then we can, that straight away takes us roughly to the right place to start looking, and then we can just, through a process of elimination, you know, through logically breaking down the system, if we understand the designs, we can then work out where that issue lies, basically. So yeah, the second part of this design is I'm just adding in the RCD socket. So again, we're adding another MCB. Any electrician, you'll be familiar with this. It's just, earth, live and neutral. What this looks like in the panel is, let's try and find a better photo. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, basically, as you can see, laptop socket, really what these are for. So engineers can power their laptops when they're commissioning, doing programming, doing fault finding and whatnot. So that's what we're designing in now. Pretty simple, just tapping off the live and neutral through an MCB, and then we got RCD protection as well. And it's not 6 amp max. It will be based on what that MCB is. So yeah, in the end, I used a 10 amp MCB. We're just doing the labeling. What am I looking for here? Yeah, so this is another key thing as well. We want to be able to test, and if you subscribe, by the way, there's going to be more videos like this in the future where I'm going to break down and explain the designs of the rest of the control panel and the rest of the pages. So this will make more sense in the future. But those lights that I saw, that I showed you, well, we want to just make sure that, if this light isn't on that we've been speaking about, well, I want to just verify that that lamp is actually healthy and works, because that could be a red herring that could lead us down the wrong path. So I just want to have in here a lamp test button. So when I press that button, it's going to switch all of these lamps on, and I can just verify, no, there's no issue with the lamp here. That's healthy, that's working. So it must be something to do with the controls, to do with the electrical side. So what I'm designing in here is that push button, that lamp test button. And these lamps, they have a switch live. They obviously have the 0 volts or the neutral. And then they also have a test live as well. So they've actually got 3 terminals. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, here we go. So we got a 0 volts neutral. You can see that's a 0 there. And then we've got a switch. I don't know which one's which, but we got a switch live and a test live. So that's what we're doing now. We're just preparing everything for that test terminal going into the lamp here. And then that's, as you can see, being distributed again. That lamp test button is going to be distributed across the whole system, so all of these lights can pick it up. So let me just show you what that looks like. Yeah, as you can see here, for this light, the 3rd test terminal, you can see, so when we press that button, it's sending 24 volts through that button and then distributed across all these lamps. But the one that we're talking about is this one here. So we can test that and make sure it's all okay. Cool, that's it from this video. If you're a business or you want to develop your career, you're an electrician, technician, engineer, you want to upskill people in your team perhaps, there's links in the description that will show you how we help businesses grow in this industry, how we upskill engineers. Or, if you're a standard electrician or HVAC technician, you want to upskill and land a role in this amazing industry, we help people do that. So yeah, whichever direction you want to go, we can help you do that. The links are in the description.